Modern life is chaotic and can keep us cooped up, and that is where Mal-Illumination starts.
From the time that you get up and get dressed and get into your vehicle and get to work and work all day and then leave the office, you're really getting very little sun exposure, light exposure, and natural light exposure. And that's causing a lot of problems.
Here to shine some light on the problem, health guru Dr. Suneil Jain, who says without sunshine, you don't get enough vitamin D and your circadian rhythms can be thrown into turmoil.
It can affect your mood, it can affect your energy, it can affect your libido, it can affect your appetite.
Before you let this put you in a dark place, Dr. Jain has some solutions. First up, no windows in your office? Try a light box.
Basically what we're doing is we're trying to reproduce the natural sunlight in an internal environment minus the radiation.
He says that regular sunlight is still better, but if you're stuck indoors,
It's got to be better than nothing.
Next, up your intake of foods rich in vitamin D, like
Halibut is a good one, tuna is another one, sardines, some animal products like beef and pork, but mushrooms are also a good source.
Or take a vitamin D supplement. He says to look for one with D3, but make sure not to overdo it.
The number one thing with vitamin D is that you can definitely get too much of it. It's a fat-soluble vitamin, so you can get toxicity.
And finally, get outside for 10-15 minutes. While that may sound obvious, what you probably didn't know is what you're wearing will be a factor, because
The more surface area that you have, the better you have chances of maximizing your vitamin D production.
and the time you spend outside depends on the time of day.
In terms of sun exposure, beginning of the day, end of the day are going to be the least amount, okay? So you may have to stand out for longer periods of time.
Boom, sun. That's a look at Mal-Illumination on the to-do list.